Act up! Never be silent again! 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 Act up!
If I had $1 to spend for health care, I'd rather spend it on some baby or innocent person with some defect or illness not of their own responsibility, not some person with AIDS, says a health care official on national television. And this is in the middle of an hour-long video, people dying on camera because they can't even afford the limited drugs available that might extend their lives. And I can't even remember what this official looked like because I reached in through the TV screen and ripped his face in half. And I was diagnosed with ARC recently, and this was after the last few years of losing count of the friends and neighbors who've been dying slow, vicious, unnecessary deaths because fags and dykes and junkies are expendable in this country. If you want to stop AIDS, shoot the queer, says the governor of Texas on the radio, and his press secretary later claims that the governor was only joking and didn't know the microphone was turned on, and besides, they didn't think it would hurt his chances for re-election anyways. And I wake up every morning in this killing machine called America, and I'm carrying this rage like a blood-filled egg, and there's a thin line between the inside and the outside, a thin line between thought and action, and that line's simply made up of blood and muscle and bone, and I'm waking up more and more from daydreams of tipping Amazonian blow darts and infected blood and spitting them out the exposed necklines of certain politicians or government health care officials or those thinly disguised walking swastikas that wear religious garments over their murderous intentions, or those rabid strangers parading against AIDS clinics in the nightly news suburbs. There's a thin line, a very thin line, between the inside and the outside, and I've been looking all my life at the signs surrounding us in the media or on people's lips. The religious types outside St. Patrick's Cathedral shouting the men and women at gay parade, "You won't be here next year, you'll get AIDS and die, ha ha." There's a thin line, a very thin line. As each T cell disappears from my body, it's replaced by 10 pounds of pressure, 10 pounds of rage, 10 pounds of pressure, and I focus that rage into nonviolent resistance, but the focus is starting to slip. My hands are beginning to move independent of self-restraint, and the egg is starting to crack. America seems to understand and accept murder as a self-defense against those who would murder other people, and it's been murder. It's been murder on a daily basis for 8 long years, and we're expected to pay taxes to support this public and social murder, and we're expected to quietly and politely make house in this windstorm of murder. And I say there's certain politicians that better increase their security forces, and there's religious leaders and healthcare officials that better get bigger dogs and higher fences and more complex security alarms to their homes. And queer bashers better start doing the work from inside howitzer tanks, because at the moment, the thin line between the inside and the outside is beginning to erode. And at the moment, I'm a 37-foot tall, 1,172-pound man inside a 6-foot frame, and all I can feel is the pressure. All I can feel is the pressure and the need for release.